Some very disturbing video emerged today of a road-raging driver deliberately ramming a family car during an otherwise ordinary school run. It's frightening to watch, and it raises serious questions about our growing road rage problem.
This is the terrifying moment a furious driver runs two parents off the road.
Hey, buddy!
Victims were on their way to pick up their kids from school. A friendly reminder to a green light is all it took to provoke the potentially fatal crash.
You seriously drove into us? Yeah, we're not stopping.
It's just the latest example of a fast-growing problem. People who can't control their anger behind the wheel. Nearly 90% of Aussie road users have been victims of road rage, and shockingly, 1 in 10 has been deliberately forced off the road by another car. It doesn't take much to provoke an attack. Peter Bennett was beaten unconscious for flashing his lights at a driver who cut him off.
For this to happen as a result of just flashing my lights to prevent an accident is unbelievable.
Whatever the trigger, road violence can have lifelong consequences.
I can't work at what I'm trained and experienced to do. I'm too full of fear, too full of anxiety, and yeah, I just can't do it.
And for those on two wheels, the experience is even more terrifying.
I've had attacks on myself where people have actually tried to knock me off the road. It's not really a road rage. These are a form of assault.
Well, Sean Harrison is another cyclist who knows all about road rage and was involved in an incident previously. Sean, you wound up with spinal injuries and permanent leg damage. What sparked your attack?
Just simply minding my own business, riding my bike to work, and someone decided that I shouldn't be in their way, and bang, yeah, knocked for 6, and yeah, it lasted quite a few seconds. The aggression was quite obvious in the lead up. It was quite prolonged and pronounced.
Sean, what ended up happening to that particular driver?
Basically, all they got was a couple of traffic infringement notices. I was never actually asked to write out a formal statement over the events. The police never actually sought any sort of information from me, and in fact, to this date, they probably still don't even know that the video exists.
It's like traffic infringement. Like what is assaulting someone in front of a red light? I mean, what is the traffic incident here? There's an assault that's taken place. What did the police say when you raised that?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, after the event, there's not much I can really do, so I just had to let go. There was no recourse for me at all, and it's not an unusual circumstance. Happens all the time.
It's interesting, Sean, whether this person would have done something like that, you know, had they encountered you in a supermarket or a restaurant. It's like something happens when people get behind the wheel of a car.
Yeah, exactly. It's like as soon as you know, someone gets behind the wheel of a car, there's this sense of entitlement that they feel, you know, overrides everyone else's entitlement, and you know, particularly when they see, you know, someone who they may deem as a lesser road user, you know, they tend to get, you know, aggro and take it out on others, although it's, you know, only worse for a cyclist because they really have no protection around them. I just came back from a trip overseas, and I actually rode in peak hour traffic in New York City, and I felt safer there than I do riding in my own suburbs on the road. So I won't ride on the roads anymore. It's just not worth it.
Well, Sean, all the best with your recovery, and yeah, we really appreciate you getting the message out there tonight. Thank you.
No worries. Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, let's all hear that message. Chill out on the road. You don't want to hurt a guy. He's a nice guy. You don't want to hurt him, even if he's really annoying on the road. I don't know if he is or not, but I don't want to hurt anyone. But, you know, when someone's driving like a jerk, as I was saying before, I have a very rich fantasy life, and a big part of that is I then find myself fantasising that their day will be ruined in some way. Not that they'd be hurt or anything, but it always reminds me of this clip that I saw once. This lady's driving around the place, and a guy is driving very badly around. Look at that. He's doing some special mimes in her direction. Yeah. He's unpleasant. She shouldn't be filming and driving, but we'll get to that later. And, oh, whoops-a-daisy, whoops-a-daisy, whoops-a-daisy. Suck on that, mate. Isn't that the best?
That's a win for the good guys, don't worry. Yeah.
OK, no one was hurt. It's just all good.
We've got more of The Project coming up after the break. Stick around.